Hello students, welcome to your English class. Today we are going to take a new chapter which is a poem for class 11th named A Photograph written by Shirley Tolson. Before coming to the text part of the poem, we will have a brief introduction of the summary of the poem. This poem is about the poetess herself. In this, the poetess describes her feelings about the photographs of her mother taken when her mother was 12 years old. She feels that human life is short lived, it is ever changing. A human being grows older and older day by day. The memories of the past make us sad. The poetess feels how her mother 20 or 30 years later would comment on the photographs, but in the event of her death, as her mother is died now, there is silence only. Everywhere there is silence, and she is just remembering her mother, looking to her photographs. Now we are coming to the text part. First paragraph goes like this. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girl cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hands, and she, the big girl, some 12 years or so. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera, a sweet face, my mother's, that was before I was born. And the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. Now we are coming to the explanation part of the first stanza, and we will discuss about the words and their meanings also in this stanza. In this poem, the poet looks at the photograph of her mother, which was taken when her mother was 12 years old, according to the first line. And the mother had gone for a sea holiday with her cousins Betty and Dolly. These names will come in the next stanza of the poem. And while they were paddling, they were enjoying in the sea water. Her uncle took a photograph of them. Each of the cousins was holding the hands of the poet's mother, who was the eldest among them. Other two were younger. All three of them stood smiling through their hair while the photo was taken. They were looking, smiling, and the uncle was taking their photographs. Her mother had a sweet face. All this happened before the poetess was born, when her mother was very small. Years fled past, years gone by, and her mother grew up into an adult. They all underwent many changes while the sea stood still. Here you see the last two lines, and the sea, which appears to have changed less. Years passed by, her mother grew older, but the sea remains unchanged. Here it is, last line is written, washed their terribly transient feet. The water of the sea washing their feet in the photograph, which are told as transient feet. Here transient means temporary. The transient word is showing here the temporary existence of human life. That's why it is written, and it is compared to the life of the nature, which is sea here, which is unchanged till now, but the mother has grown older and now she is no more. Now we are coming to the next paragraph. Some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. See Betty and Dolly, she would say, and look how they dressed us for the beach. The sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter. Both wry with the labored ease of loss. Now we are coming to the explanation of the second stanza. In this stanza, the poetess has described that after about 20 or 30 years, the poet's mother would look at the photograph. Laughing, remembering the past, she would comment on the dress worn by her cousins Betty and Dolly and herself. The sea holiday belonged to the past of her mother. It is written here, the sea holiday was her past, belonged to the past of her mother. And the next line is, mine is her laughter, which means the poet still remembers that her mother's laughter was her past. Now she could not see her mother's laughter as she is no more. The smile Shirley Tolson's mother had on her face when she thought of her past, that the sea holiday, and Shirley's thoughts when she recalls her mother's laughter. Both seem to be wry. Here, wry means filled with dry or sad amusement for a time that was happier but cannot be relived. Both wry with the labored ease of loss. Here, the poetess means to say now it is a sad thing that we cannot relive that moments again, but we have made our minds prepared for that sadness and we learned to live with that sadness. Here I'm explaining this last line in a detail. For the poet, both these, the photograph and her memories of her mother, bring great sadness and deep sense of loss. However, time has been a healer, and although the sense of loss that may never go away completely with time, she has come to accept the reality of life. That means both rye with the labored ease of loss. Now we are coming to the last paragraph of the poem. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived. That girl means when her mother was a small girl of 12 years old. And she is saying now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived, means has dead she has been dead for 12 years now. And of this circumstance there is nothing to say at all. It's silence silences. Here she means to say the situation in the photograph is silent, and she also feels a big silence surrounds him because her mother is no more, so there is nothing to say at all. Now we will understand these three lines in a detail again. She has been able to come to terms with her mother's demise, mother's death. Now she has prepared herself mentally that now her mother is no more. Her mother died about 12 years ago, and now the poetess has nothing to say about this circumstance, this situation. It leaves her sad and yet at ease. She is now at ease. She is now mentally prepared. It leaves her in pain but with acceptance. She has accepted the reality that her mother is no more now. The photograph is silent and leaves her silent as well. So, in this poem, we have seen three stanzas, and what that three stanzas depict. The three stanzas depict the three different phases of life. The first stanza refers to the childhood of the poetess mother. The second stanza refers to the poet's childhood when her mother was an adult. And the last stanza refers to the poetess' adulthood when she is not with her mother. So first stanza depicts to the childhood of her mother. Second stanza, the poet's childhood herself when her mother was laughing looking to her photograph. And the third stanza when poet grew adult and her mother is no more. The last stanza refers to the poetess' adulthood when she is not with her mother. Nature is perennial. Here, the poet means to say that they have gone through many changes, the poetess and her mother, but simultaneously, the nature is continuous, perennial, ever lasting, and never changed. While human life is temporary or transient, the poet uses a transferred epithet, that is terribly transient feat. Transferred epithet is a poetic device which we are going to discuss different poetic device used in this poem in tomorrow's part of poem. In order to make this comparison and highlight the terribly short-lived of her mother, she uses this word, the transferred epithet. So that's all for today. Till then, thank you.